What's going on? Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench, talking to you today about the difference between a Tough Mudder and a Spartan race. There's, it's a substantial difference, but because there are two different types of mud run events, obstacle course events, whatever you want to call them, right? I've done both, and I've actually done the Tough Mudder several more times than I've done the Spartan, but I'll give you a little bit of information just so you know the difference between the two. I'll tell you this first, both are worth doing. If you're at all interested in pushing your body physically with obstacles, getting sloppy, having an amazing time with a group of friends, pushing yourself, pushing others, helping others out, you can't go wrong. These events are amazing. Thousands and thousands of people go to them. It's a great place to hang out afterwards and root each other on. The Tough Mudder, I did those first, and those, when Tough Mudder started, they're all like 10 to 12 mile events with like 25 or so obstacles, and that's how pretty much like any Tough Mudder, no matter where you did it in the country. Some places are harder than others because of the terrain, right? So in like the Northeast or out west, where there's like elevation and stuff, those courses are just going to be harder, right? But down here in Florida, where I've done all of them, they definitely get you sloppy. They love putting you in water and muck and mud, and you're just covered, and it does slow you down and wear you out when you're like trying to trudge through, like just thick mud everywhere. But then just recently, I think Tough Mudder started adding halves. So there's like half Tough Mudder. So there's like probably like 5 and 6 mile courses that they're doing now that have just, fewer obstacles, obviously. Probably still like 20 obstacles on those. Now Spartan does a sprint, they do a super, and they do a beast. The sprint is like 3+ miles, the super is 8+ miles, and the beast is 13+ miles. So you go from like 20 obstacles to 25+ obstacles to over 30 obstacles in the beast. And then they have something called like the trifecta, whereas if you did all, one of each of those over the course of a calendar year, then you're like a Spartan trifecta athlete or whatever. So some of the obstacles with the Spartan race are different. I thought it was pretty neat. They have you chucking a spear into like a big hay bale thing, and if you hit it, you're good. You can keep going. If you don't, you have to do 30 burpees. That's the other difference. Any obstacle you cannot complete with the Spartan, you're basically penalized with burpees. And when I did it, it was 30 burpees for every obstacle that you can't perform. Like whether it's they have like a silly one where they had us throwing like a football into like a garbage can like 25 feet away, or you had like a rope climb to the top, and if you can't do it, you got to do your burpees. Tough Mudder, not that. That's just not how they do it there. I think you just either can do it or you can't. If you can't, then you just go around the obstacle and keep going. They don't really have a penalty thing built in. So I guess in some regards, the Spartan is more challenging, but the Tough Mudder is always known for being like a near half marathon distance, whereas the Spartan races, you have choices of distances, 3 mile, 8 mile, and then of course their beast one is as long, if not longer, than a traditional Tough Mudder run. Other than that, the obstacles, a lot of climbing, a lot of jumping, a lot of being in water, being wet, being cold. And Tough Mudder does like to shock you. I'm going to talk about that specifically in another video. But crawling in dirt under barbed wire stuff, sometimes some of the obstacles put like some fire around you, But I really enjoyed both. Like I said in the beginning, if you have any interest at all in pushing yourself, doing something different than just going for like a 3 mile run or a 10 mile run on the street, yeah, that's fun and everything and feels good and it's healthy for you. But if you're like an athlete who's too old to like play football anymore, but you want to still do something physical and have camaraderie and like go with a group of friends and just really beat yourself up, go do a Tough Mudder, go do a Spartan race. I promise you, you will not regret it. Hey, I hope that was helpful to you. Now you know the difference between a Tough Mudder and a Spartan race. And I got something else for you. I got something free. A 6-week training program designed specifically to get you ready for one of these obstacle course races or mud runs, okay? All you gotta do is click right over here for this awesome free report, 6-week training program. I know you're gonna love it because it was written by a guy who trains for triathlons and stuff, okay? And has done adventure races and mud runs and all kinds of stuff like this. Coach Brian, actually. Okay? Now, if you're on a mobile device, you're not going to be able to click over here to get this free report. Okay? So look down below this video, that little arrow underneath the video, click that. And it's going to open up the description area. Right at the top, I put that link for you, criticalbench.com/mudrun. Click that link, enter your email so that we can send you this free report. It's fantastic. Now, beyond that, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel because a video goes up every single day about all things strength and health related. So you just never know what you're going to see next. It's definitely worth subscribing so you get notifications about all these great videos we have. Be sure to leave comments too. Tell us, that we should do more of these videos or do more of those videos, or I didn't like this video, I didn't agree with you because you said this, or I love this video, whatever it is. I go in there and I read these comments and I respond to them. I promise you I do. So I just look forward to seeing you in there. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again real